Yes, my people, welcome back to another video, and welcome back today to the Glory Hunter Challenge. Today, I've got a big double live com for you today, where we face Real Madrid at home in the Champions League, and then we take a trip to London, across London, to the north of London to be precise, where we face Arsenal away in a massive top-of-the-table clash, which could end up deciding the league title, and where it will end up at the end of the year if things stay how they have for the first half of the season. But since you were last here, we have played quite a lot of games. As we were here last time out, we picked up a 3-1 win at home against Liverpool, and then picked up a 3-0 win in the West London derby against Fulham. Since then, we then picked up a 5-2 away win at Club Brugge. Nico Paz getting himself a hat-trick, Giovanni Quenda and Cole Palmer getting on the score sheet as well. We then unfortunately did lose 1-0 away at Manchester United, just not up to scratch in that game at all. We then picked up a 2-1 win in the Carabao Cup quarter final. We rotated the side pretty heavily for this one. Esteval and a 94th minute penalty from Cole Palmer, good enough to get the goals in this one. Dominic Ball, one of our young regens who came through our academy, and Alan Kennedy both getting game time in that one. We then picked up a 2-0 home win against Ipswich, Moises Caicedo and Giovanni Quenda getting the goals in that one. We then smashed Nottingham Forest 5-0. Moises Caicedo, Nico Paz, Cole Palmer, Wesley Fofana and Reece James getting the goals in that one. We then picked up a nice 2-1 win away on Boxing Day. Vinicius Jr. getting himself a brace in that one. We then smashed West Ham 5-1. Nico Paz and Giovanni Quenda both getting themselves a brace each, with Vinicius Jr. picking up a single goal. We then continued that 5-1 streak by beating Leeds 5-1, with Palmer, Vinicius Jr., Enzo Fernandez, Nico Paz and João Pedro coming off the bench to get himself a goal as well. We then drew 1-1 with Manchester City in the Carabao Cup. Reece James getting the only goal for us in this game. Alan Kennedy and Dominic Ball both featuring in that one again. We then beat Millwall 3-1 with goals from João Pedro, Giovanni Quenda and Vinicius Jr. in that one. A rotated side, semi-rotated side again. We then beat Crystal Palace 3-0 with goals coming from Enzo Fernandez, Nico Paz and Moises Caicedo. Alan Kennedy picking up an assist in that one. And our final game was a 2-1 home win against Brighton. Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo getting the goals in that. So we currently sit top of the Premier League table, level on points with Arsenal, who we will play later in the episode. We find ourselves 13 points clear of Liverpool now, which is really nice. Definitely in a title charge. So, our lineup today to face Chelsea. Dominic Ball and Alan Kennedy both on the bench, looking to make their first Champions League appearances, I do believe, as we go with Garcia in goal. A back four of Reece James, Fofana, Schlotterbeck and Marc Cucurella. A midfield two of Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. Cole Palmer starts on the right, with Giovanni Quenda on the left and Nico Paz, the main man of the year. 36 goal involvements already this season, with Vinicius Jr. leading the line. So let's get into this big Champions League game and see how Real Madrid will be lining up for it. Okay then, here is the Real Madrid lineup that they have gone for today to face Chelsea. They've gone with a 4-2-3-1 with Courtois, ex-Chelsea man of course, in goal. A back four of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Virgil van Dijk, Mickey van der Ven and Alvaro Carreras. Interesting, they've got Trent and Van Dijk A midfield two of Valverde and Tchouaméni, with Rodrigo on the right, Jude Bellingham on the left, with Bruno Fernandes in the 10, and Samu leading the line for Real Madrid. A very Premier League heavy lineup there. Hopefully we can get ourselves the win. That's just confirmation of the Chelsea lineup. And then the Real Madrid lineup. It looks weird to see Virgil in a different kit other than a Liverpool kit. We are just on the cusp. A win, I believe, would guarantee us top 8 as Vinicius Jr. gets us underway for this game. And Giovanni Quenda is in already. And Giovanni Quenda gets us in the lead 15 seconds into this game. It's a fantastic start. Cole Palmer with a great ball through. And Giovanni Quenda, a fantastic first touch. And a great finish past Courtois into the bottom corner. Vinicius Jr. now, playing against his former club, of course. Bellingham does well to dispossess Reece James there. Wearing the number 22 again. As Bruno Fernandes finds Samu, but is dispossessed. And Vinicius Jr. is now through. And Vinicius Jr. makes it to 3 minutes into the game here, which is absolutely fantastic. And Vinicius Jr., it's a fantastic ball through from Quenda. It's a great run from Vinicius Jr. And it's a good finish, just to tap it past Courtois. Really reminds me of the goal he scored against Bayern Munich a couple of years ago in the Champions League for Real Madrid. But this time he does it for Chelsea. And that puts us 2-0 up here, which is fantastic. It puts us up to 5th place in the league phase. We're going for the double this year. We're going for the double. If we could pick up a win against Arsenal, that'd be absolutely beautiful. But you never know. As Valverde goes back to Van Dijk. Van de Ven now. Finding Van Dijk again. Of all Dutch defensive duo. As Samu finding Bruno Fernandes. And it's a great save from Garcia. The ex-Barcelona man, of course. Caicedo. As Chelsea not had a lot of the ball here in this opening 20 minutes, but find themselves 2-0 up. As Giovanni Quenda finding Cole Palmer, who finds Vinicius Jr. Quenda now. Driving at Trent Alexander-Arnold. Goes back to Fernandes. Giovanni Quenda cutting in, doing brilliantly. And it's a decent stop from Courtois, who is still absolutely massive in that goal there. Who throws out to Courtois. To Trent, sorry. Courtois played so many games for Real Madrid. Of course, did play for Chelsea before he forced that move. And it felt like he was trying to force that move for years as well. As Caicedo does really well to intercept that and go back to Reece James. Reece James finding Nico Paz. And Nico Paz makes it 3. It's been an absolutely beautiful first opening 40 minutes here in this game as we find ourselves 3-0 up against Real Madrid. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a great finish from the Argentinian, who I believe gets his 20th goal of the season with that. Wesley Fofana finds Reece James, who finds Nico Paz. Cole Palmer now into Nico Paz. Nico Paz finds Cole Palmer, who finds Giovanni Quenda, and that is, the flag does go up, but that was a fantastic Chelsea move. As Chelsea, absolutely fantastic here. As we go into the break, Chelsea 3, Real Madrid 0. As Samu gets us underway for this second half. Of course, Real Madrid have lost Mbappe, so they have lost their talisman, and they have lost Vinicius Jr. as well. So it is definitely a maybe weaker Chelsea side, Real Madrid side. And of course, we have strengthened quite a lot. Cole Palmer at the start of the game is absolutely the talisman. As Vinicius Jr. is in here, Courtois does well to head away though. It's fantastic goalkeeping there from Thibaut Courtois. Cole Palmer now finding Nico Paz, and Nico Paz gets his second of the game. Nico Paz, just an outstanding footballer. We are very lucky to have him. For the price we paid as well, 60 million I think it was. It's just fantastic from the pair. As all three of these having a fantastic game. Nico Paz with a brace, Cole Palmer with 2 assists, Giovanni Quenda with a goal and an assist. They are all playing very, very well here today. As we're into the final 20 minutes here, and I definitely wasn't expecting to be 4-0 up against Real Madrid. As Quenda, can he find Cucurella? He can. Can Cucurella maybe beat Trent? He can. He finds Quenda, and it's just over the bar from Giovanni Quenda. And because we are winning and playing well here, I'm going to bring the youngsters on. Alan Kennedy and Dominic Ball are both going to make their debut in the Champions League here today. We're going to bring Malo Gusto on as well. We're also going to bring Jarrell Hatto on. And we'll bring João Pedro on as well. But Alan Kennedy and Dominic Ball both making their debuts for Chelsea here. Jeremy Pino driving down this right hand side as it pulls across, and it's a Wesley Fofana own goal. And Real Madrid have a goal back, unfortunately. Let's hope that they're not going to mount a comeback because of that goal. Disappointing to lose our clean sheet. It's Enzo Fernandez. Dispossessed by Bruno Fernandes. Rodrigo now. Enzo Fernandez doing really well to win that ball back there. As João Pedro finding Nico Paz, who's on a hat-trick. And Nico Paz gets his hat-trick. Nico Paz. What an absolute joke of a footballer. Of course, Nico Paz, ex-Real Madrid man. And I said in the last episode, I'm so surprised that Real Madrid didn't try and sign him. I'd be very surprised if Real Madrid don't activate that buyback clause. The way he's playing for Como. The potential that he has. He's one of the best players you could pick up on Football Manager this year. And we are very lucky to have him. Jeremy Pino finding Bruno Fernandes, who finds Pino and Bellingham, and it's an absolute classic here. 5-2. Disappointing to concede 2 goals late at the death here. But I'm very happy with scoring 5 against Real Madrid. As Malo Gusto goes back to Garcia. Garcia goes very high and long to Palmer, but it does find Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer goes back to Nico Paz, who finds Enzo Fernandez. Gusto finding Nico Paz, and Nico Paz gets his fourth. Nico Paz scoring 4 goals against his former side. An absolutely fantastic performance from Nico Paz. And it ends Chelsea 6, Real Madrid 2 here at Stamford Bridge. And now attention does turn to the top of the table clash against Arsenal. So I'll be back with the lineups that we go for to face Arsenal in the Premier League in the top of the table clash. Okay then, here is the lineups for Arsenal versus Chelsea, a proper Premier League classic, a Barclays game as some would call it. So Arsenal have gone with a 4-3-3 like we used to, but we have obviously switched. They've gone with Raya in goal, a back four of Hogsberg, Hincapi, Gabriel and Miles Lewis-Skelly. Midfield 3 of Tonali, Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard. That is a fantastic midfield 3. With Saka on the left, Wanyeri on the right, and Kai Havertz comes in for Victor Gyökeres to lead the line for Arsenal. We have gone with an unchanged 11 from the demolition job against Real Madrid. In the Champions League midweek, we've gone with Garcia in goal. Reece James, Fofana, Schlotterbeck and Cucurella round off the back four, with a midfield 2 of Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. Cole Palmer starts on the right, with Giovanni Quenda on the left and Nico Paz in the 10, coming off the back of scoring 4 goals against Real Madrid. Up to 40 goal involvements now in January. An absolute joke of a footballer, with Vinicius Jr. leading the line for Chelsea. Here today, as here is just confirmation of the lineups. As there is confirmation of your Chelsea lineup, and just confirmation of the league table as well. There is 2 teams sitting on top of the table, level on points, and that is Chelsea and Arsenal. And they face against each other today. This is as top of the table clash as you can get. And Vinicius Jr. gets us underway for this top of the table clash. And not just a top of the table clash. It's a London derby as well. A Saka dispossessing Reece James almost immediately. And Wanyeri almost scoring 20 seconds in for Arsenal there. But it's a good save from Garcia to deny him. As Nico Paz trying to clear. Gabriel winning the header. And it falls to Declan Rice, who goes back to Hogsberg. A new signing for Arsenal. I think they signed him from Strasbourg because I got notified about it. Tonali playing a good ball over the top to Wanyeri. Wanyeri to Havertz. Of course, Havertz, ex-Chelsea man, scored the only goal in the game in the Champions League final a couple of years ago. As we just look at this table, they are 10 points behind with 3 games. Why have Man City not played any games? That's really weird. Oh, okay, they're playing at 8 o'clock tonight, so it's actually 2 games in hand, really. Declan Rice now with the corner for Arsenal. Headed away by Schlotterbeck, but only as far back to Declan Rice, who gives it to Kai Havertz, but the Chelsea defenders will appeal this. It will go to VAR. VAR are checking. Jared Gillett confirms the goal has been awarded. Arsenal get the early goal. As Declan Rice cutting in. And Kai Havertz taps home for Arsenal. Why are we so bad whenever we play against Arsenal? It's really frustrating. Like, we haven't even had a shot yet. We just scored 6. and thrashed Real Madrid, but we can't even have a shot against Arsenal. Wanyeri goes back to Tonali. Lewis Skelly to Saka. Saka trying to find Havertz and does. Havertz finding Declan Rice, who drives into the penalty area. How many chances are they going to get to score, though? Like, come on. It just feels like sometimes they get like 3 or 4 opportunities. Like, that should be the chance. You shouldn't then get that one. And then that, like... It's Arsenal 2, Chelsea 0. We've had 1 shot. I mean, yeah, Lewis Skelly's really good on this game. So fair, but fuck off. Gabriel with a switch over to Hogsberg, who then finds Wanyeri. Goes back to Hogsberg. Vinicius Jr. does well to intercept, though. Can he now find a Chelsea man? He can. He finds Reece James, who finds Cole Palmer. Can Cole Palmer find Vinicius Jr.? He goes for goal instead. And it's a fantastic Cole Palmer finish to get a goal back for Chelsea. It is now an Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. Vinicius Jr. did really well there to intercept and then find Reece James, who finds Cole Palmer. And Cole Palmer with a lovely finish past David Raya to get a goal back for Chelsea. Saka now finding Lewis Skelly. Gabriel switches to Hogsberg. Wanyeri finding Ødegaard. Tonali finds Havertz, who turns really well away from Fofana, and it's just wide from Kai Havertz. Should he potentially have scored there? As we come into the break at the Emirates, Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. They're a good team and a rival, so come on. We're going to go attack him instantly from the half here. As Lewis Skelly almost playing in midfield. As Cucurella winning the header. As Kai Havertz is in. And it's a good save from Garcia to stop Arsenal. They've almost scored 20 seconds into both halves. I mean, Christ. Lewis Skelly. Finding Declan Rice. Declan Rice ghosting past Schlotterbeck to find Havertz and Wanyeri off the bar. Vinicius Jr. now. Can he drive with it? Go on, Vinny. You're on your own, unfortunately. Goes back to Cucurella, who finds Giovanni Quenda. And it just goes out. Oh, Vinicius Jr. doing well linking up here. But the rating doesn't really give him that credit. Hincapi looking for Wanyeri, who does well to head to Ødegaard there. Quenda doing really well to intercept there, though. Caicedo now finds Enzo Fernandez, who goes back to Schlotterbeck. Cucurella finds Nico Paz, who finds Giovanni Quenda. Can Giovanni Quenda find someone in the middle? He opts to cut in instead, who finds Enzo Fernandez, and it falls to Cole Palmer, who gets his second of the game and equalises for Chelsea. 2-0 down, back to 2-2. Arsenal 2, Chelsea 2. Cole Palmer with his second of the game. I thought the opportunity was over. It's a fantastic block from Gabriel, but it falls to Cole Palmer, who taps home to get his second of the game. We're going to praise the boys for getting back in this game here. Lewis Skelly finding Saka. Goes back to Skelly. Saka now up against Reece James. Going one way, then going the other. Does really well. Caicedo clears, but only as far as Hogsberg, who goes back to Tonali, into Rice. Interesting to cut the highlights at the edge of the box, but I mean, fair. Declan Rice. Fucking hell, man. Declan Rice is unbelievable on this game. He's a very good advanced playmaker as well. He's got 19 corners. Schlotterbeck does well to win the header there. Fernandez finds Nico Paz, who finds Reece James really well out here on this right hand side. Reece James goes back to Caicedo, into Fernandez, and it's just wide from Enzo Fernandez. I am going to make some changes. Vinicius Jr. having a good game here. Not sure why he got credited with the assist, but I mean, fair enough. We'll bring Lavia on. We're going to bring João Pedro on as well. Giovanni Quenda not having a great game. Ferran Torres can come on instead. And we'll bring Jarell Hato on as well for this final 15 minutes here. I'd take a draw away at Arsenal. We stay level on points with them. We stay top of the league. But we want a winner. We've been probably the better side here in this second half. As Hogsberg goes to Gabriel. Hincapi now. Or Hincapié, whatever the flipping hell his name is. Hogsberg finding Zubamendi. Into Havertz. Rice through to Ødegaard. And it's a fantastic save from Garcia to keep the score level. As we're into the final 5 minutes of normal time now. Declan Rice had an absolutely fantastic performance. Schlotterbeck. Can he maybe switch to Gusto? Or maybe go to Fofana and then go to Gusto. Fofana goes into Lavia. Cole Palmer now. Finds João Pedro. Who finds Cole Palmer again. Cole Palmer! Gets the goal to make it 3. And Chelsea lead for the first time today. And Cole Palmer gets his goal to make it a hat-trick. Cole Palmer finding João Pedro. João Pedro giving it back to Cole Palmer, who drives into the penalty area. It is a fantastic finish with his weak foot to make it 3. As we're into the final couple of minutes of injury time now. Malo Gusto goes to Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez gives away the ball though. And Arsenal can counter-attack now. Kai Havertz up against Lavia. Kai Havertz doing really well for Arsenal. Down this left-hand side. And Garcia makes the save again. It is an Arsenal corner. David Raya has come up for it. As Gusto now can break away with the ball here. Malo Gusto. It's an empty net. It's an empty net. Oh, Malo Gusto. Just wide. As that is going to be the end of the game. What a win that is. Arsenal 2. Chelsea 3. 2-0 down. Back to 3-2. What a comeback that is. Absolutely fantastic. Cole Palmer with the hat-trick for the Blues. Very, very happy with that win. Where are we going to pick up next then? I think we do another double Premier League livecom. And I think we do here Liverpool and let's do Liverpool and Bournemouth. We'll do Liverpool and Bournemouth in the next episode. That'll be out tomorrow at 9. So if you don't want to miss that video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you are always notified when I upload a video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you